সংগ্রাম বলে ইন্দ্রজিৎ আঘাতে পড়িলা ভূতলে।
কেউ কি আমাকে মারতে চেয়েছিল? ময়না, নাদিমের সাথে তোমার বিয়ে দেব, তোমার কিছু বলার আছে?
Muslim's been a part of our heritage for a very long time. Something that we lost eventually.
The authentic cinema based on culture and realism from Bangladesh and India is coming to London. The Bengali Film Festival will be the largest of its kind outside of Bengal.
You're not going to be in Kolkata or Dhaka. A film festival like this should be in London.
So it's a unique opportunity for a mainstream audience to see fantastic cinema.
What this festival does is show the best of Bengali films.
From India, there's a huge amount of Bengali films that are being produced and made from there, and it's great that a festival like this can bring these films to London.
I would definitely recommend as many people as possible to come and watch these films.
I think we need to have more film festivals that show films from different communities, different stories from different places of the world.
I can't believe it's here, the London Bengali Film Festival.
So for us, that's what London Bengali Film Festival is about. Celebrating good quality Bengali cinema.
কম্পিটিশন কিছু কানেক্ট করতে পারছি না গো।
She was the first athlete from Bangladesh to clinch the coveted gold medal in this edition of the competition.
বলে চুপ করে থাক, এখানে টিকা করার কিছু না, ও তোর হাজবেন্ড, ও তোর কাছে আসতেই পারে।
What is the purpose of your visit to the United States?
My sisters are attending my wedding.
What?
Welcome to LB24 TV. This is a special program focusing on the third London Bengali Film Festival in the UK. It is commencing on 12th April, coming Thursday, at the prestigious Barbican. We have with us a successful film producer, director, entrepreneur, the only Bengali councilman in the City of London Corporation. His debut film, Shangram, a movie planned for international release end of this year. Founder of London Bengali Film Festival. Welcome, Munsur to our studio.
The London Bengali Film Festival really is a celebration of Bengali films, Bengali challenges and Bengali experiences to the wider British and international audience. So it's a 4-day film festival. It's our third year this time. And we're launching on the 12th of April at the Barbican with a documentary film based on the muslin trade, which was a phenomenal financial and political based trade, or later became that, but a trade that's around 2,000 years old. And we have other interesting cinemas and films taking place with some discussions. What we try and do is make sure that the festival can coincide with the biggest Bengali event internationally, which is Boishaki. So that's why we have the festival starting on the 12th, running all the way through to the 15th of April. Yeah, we've got an interesting collection of movies. Normally we have films from Bangladesh and West Bengal as well, Kolkata. We've had films internationally in the past as well. This year, 2 other feature films. One is a thriller. There is another romantic film, which we're screening on the 14th as well. There is another short documentary. Well, normally we don't screen short documentaries, but this is a very important message about child marriages taking place in South Asia and specifically in Bangladesh. So we were requested to screen this because of the actual problems and issues. And we find ourselves in a position of responsibility that we need to be addressing some of these issues as well. And that's, I think, is an important thing for us to realize, that regardless of what our cultural heritage is, we actually absorb different cultures, different experiences through film. And it's going to be very difficult to find people of South Asian background that don't watch Indian cinema. And we're starting off with a film which I mentioned earlier about muslin. So it's called Legend of the Loom. It's a documentary-based film. And we thought it's a fantastic way to reconnect the history, culture, financial and economical background of Bengal through this documentary. And the filmmaker, or the film writer and producer, he himself will be introducing the film and taking part in the Q&A after the film. I think the biggest challenge for us initially was that it was difficult for films of Bengali nature and Bengali diaspora to be seen in the mainstream audience and mainstream theatres. So that's one of our challenges that we looked at. How can we engage audiences? We pay actually to go and watch Hollywood and Bollywood cinema. We also pay to watch Tamil cinema as well. But we want to get to a position where we can comfortably pay to watch Bangla cinema. And I want to see a platform where it's not only Bangladeshi or Bengali or West Bengali diaspora watching these films, any and everyone from London or the UK feeling comfortable to say there's a great cinema, we should all go and watch it. So this was what motivated us to see how can we get it to that position. That takes a bit of time, and the festival came through in the sense that we saw there were a lot of international films with a Bengali background, if you like, but they normally don't get screened into mainstream theatres. So that was, again, another way to motivate ourselves to say, can we host a festival where we get great wider audience appeal for it as well? And at the Barbican this time around, we've already hit, I think, about 75% capacity, and we've still got a few more days to go.
And so what happens in a premiere? Tell us about it.
Premieres, normally you'll have a red carpet launch of the film. It means that something hasn't been theatrically screened in a certain area or location or country. There's press media there, there's kind of a reception phase that takes place, and we have the filmmaker introducing the film, which is very important because the audience not only see the work, they actually get to speak to the filmmaker, the person who's done the research, who's actually invested a lot of the time. And at the end of the film, there's also a Q&A, so you can directly ask questions. So you see the film, you've learned things about the film, now you can ask them questions directly about the film.
So who are we expecting to come from Bangladesh for the premiere?
There's a chap called Saiful Islam. He's the founder of Drick Gallery, which is a very renowned international gallery. He's the writer and producer of the film, so we're very honored to have Saiful attend. There's other dignitaries that will be attending. We've got people from different parts of the film and media world attending, media, celebrities, and of course some politicians attending as well.
So the viewers, you have a chance still, some tickets left, to go and check out the premiere at Barbican, The Legend of the Loom, where you will have the chance to ask questions directly to Saiful Islam, the founder of Drick and the producer of The Legend of the Loom, coming all the way from Bangladesh for the premiere.
And there's further information about tickets, more infos on the film themselves. You can view trailers of the films on the website. Very simple, lbff.co.uk.
So tell us about your focused on doing something about the Rohingya. The whole crisis has sprang about for some time. And what are you doing on that front?
Yeah, see, as you mentioned earlier, we wear different hats. So my other role is a councilman in the City of London Corporation, as you mentioned. And we have something quite unique in the city, which is the freedom of the city, which we honor people with. Aung San Suu Kyi was honored with the freedom of the city. And in short, without getting too political, I tabled a motion to see how we can revoke that freedom of the city, because I felt, given what the situation is, she doesn't deserve to have that. It's a prestigious and honourable thing to have. So at court in the city, it was unanimously agreed that we need to look into that. But then as a filmmaker, I also looked into ways to further my role and responsibility. We all have roles and responsibilities. It's how we engage with them. And I'm thinking and considering doing some kind of a film production that raises the Rohingya situation far greater than it already has done. And the reason I say that is if I tell you or an audience member, let's say 10,000 people were killed in a position or a location, you will get a type of reaction. But if I show you just one killing and it's quite graphic, it will be very difficult for you to stop thinking about it. So when we hear in news hundreds of people have died here or thousands, we don't take it seriously because we're desensitized. We keep hearing about these figures. But the moment we kind of identify with a character and see, their actual struggles, you realize they're just the same as you and me. They've got families, they want to live, they're suffering from injustice. Of course, in the Rohingya situation is way more than injustice. It's not just ethnic cleansing. There is a genocide. That's what I believe it is. So again, wearing those hats as a, if you like, person in the corporation, as a filmmaker, people that people that I've worked with as well, I thought this is a great way to use those skills that we have to actually do something with it. Yeah.
Absolutely, bringing forward the picture in a way which is emotionally engaging.
Yeah. So once again, come and join us. Watch some eye-opening Bengali cinema. The website is www.lbff.co.uk. Enjoy Bengali films. Enjoy a wider international platform of cinema. Thank you.